G'day y'all. Welcome back to I Smell Some More Middle Eastern Dupes for You, part 78. That's not very funny. I don't have anything funny to say. I actually ended up buying some full bottles of some Middle Eastern fragrances that have been on my list for a while. Okay, some of them were suggestions by you guys, and one of them has been on my personal wish list. So we've got Lattafa Mayar Natural Intense. I also have La Belle Paradise Garden, just in case I want to compare it to that. And then I also picked up Velvet Oud by Lattafa. This one, I swear, it's one of you guys or a couple of you guys just kept leaving comments about Velvet Oud, and sometimes that's all it takes. If you leave a comment often enough suggesting a fragrance, chances are higher that I will remember or it'll go up on my priority list. Just keep spamming me with comments, basically. Velvet Oud by Lattafa, it is often compared to Ombre Leather by Tom Ford. I love Ombre Leather by Tom Ford, so I'm excited to open this and compare it. Obviously, as you guys know, especially with these two, they will be freshly opened. So this is just going to be my first impression. As you guys know, with a lot of Middle Eastern fragrances, they can and often do change with time. I always revisit these down the line. If you are interested in updates on Middle Eastern fragrances beyond just my initial impression, then I highly recommend that you subscribe. I know it's very annoying when I say stuff like that, but I have to do it. I'm sorry, okay? I've also got some other decants and comparisons to do, but we'll see where we get in this video. I want to smell this one first because this is the one I'm most excited about. And just for reference, I'll tell you guys the package date on this one is December 2023. This one's been sitting for some time, obviously unopened. Yeah, definitely getting La Belle vibes from the packaging, the tin. I mean, come on, what are we doing here? Oh. Not on my new acacia table. Okay, word of warning, the lid is a hazard. So in Mayar, you've got top notes of fig, melon, green tangerine, and coconut water. You've got some watery florals. You've got lotus, water lily, and jasmine. And in the dry down, you've got ambroxan, sandalwood, vanilla, musk. So this does appear to be a very aquatic floral fragrance. Reminder, this is the very first spray out of the bottle. Slightly ozonic, very watery, slightly sweet. I do get a little bit of that melon, like that cologne-esque melony smell. Very watery and slightly sweet melon. The fig, I do pick up the fig. Fig's got like a almost like bite, like a slightly spiciness to it, which I'm picking that up. It's like a bitter spiciness in the fig. Maybe I wouldn't call it spicy. It's more of like a unique bitterness, but you know how fig is like, can have a bit of a spice. Okay, I'm loving that the coconut is not super prominent in here because, I mean, it's coconut water. I don't know how that ingredient differs from other coconut notes, but usually coconut notes, like strong, super fruity coconut notes, turn me off. This is not. This is perfect for those of you in the Northern Hemisphere where it's probably getting pretty warm. This is very refreshing, cooling. You've got a little bit of a tang from the fig. Strong sandalwood too. I love the sandalwood in here. I'd imagine on the dry down you'll get more of that vanilla. It's not too strong. It doesn't make this fragrance warm. This is a very heavy, aquatic, slightly ozonic, slightly sweet melon and fig fragrance. I feel like the more it dries, the more bitter it becomes, the more I pick up like that tangerine. It kind of reminds me of how the skin of a lime smells. It's like that kind of green, slightly citric bitterness. So I think this is really nice because it kind of cuts through what might be too much. If you're someone who maybe is sensitive to like very strong aquatic notes, I kind of like that this really green, citrus bitterness is cutting through that. This is very good. There's not really anything that I'm finding to be like standing out as really strong or pungent. It smells like a pretty well-rounded aquatic fragrance. I want to compare this to, oh no, Ocean de Joya. Oh no. Well, I thought I had Aqua de Joya, but I have Ocean de Joya instead. Apparently I don't have Aqua de Joya. I have Ocean de Joya. I can already tell you that this is not going to be similar to La Belle Paradise Garden because I love La Belle Paradise Garden It's got a strong iris facet. It's also got stronger vanilla. Yeah, it's sweeter. The iris is way, way heavier. It's way, way sweeter. That Blue Lotus is so distinct. It's way less aquatic of a fragrance than Mayar. They're not comparable, I don't think. In my opinion, I thought I had Aqua de Joya, but I don't. I'm so sorry. Damn, I love Paradise Garden. It's so good. I'm excited to see how it changes. I'm excited to see if the vanilla strengthens and warms up a bit and changes the fragrance slightly. I'm keen. So I reckon I'll wear it maybe a couple of times this month. I'll give you guys an update at the end of the month if I do. Next, I want to smell Velvet Oud by Lattafa. Now, I have tried Velvet Rose, which I have kind of mixed feelings about. I wasn't like head over heels for it. I think the patchouli in that was just really overpowering the rose that was in there, but a lot of people love it, so fair enough, okay? This is one where you guys kept telling me you gotta get this. In fact, it may have just been one person. Okay, Velvet Oud. Of course, we've got the beautiful velvet packaging. I love it in the black. Gorgeous. Love the bottle. Sus. I don't know why all these velvet ones, the lids are like very sus and they're not on very well. And they're very heavy. In Velvet Oud, you've got leather, oud, of course. You've got incense, citruses, amber, musk, and cinnamon. Now, because this is compared to ombre leather, I do have some juice of ombre leather. Ombre leather does have cardamom. It's got jasmine. It's got moss and patchouli. So there are quite a few differing notes. It also doesn't have oud. It must be the combination of the cinnamon and the leather, but it kind of reminds me of cardamom. Maybe that's what they were trying to do here. This is blowing my nose off. This is such a heavy leather. I'm waiting for this to dry down a bit because holy tits. Okay, if you just want a straight up oudy, slightly smoky leather, this is it. This is the one. Velvet Oud, super leather. It's so strong. This stuff is like this is not funny. This is no laughing matter. I'm still waiting for it to dry down. Keep in mind that this is freshly opened, okay? It's so hard for me to pick up anything else beyond the leather and oud. It is a little smoky, but if you want a super powerhouse oud and leather combination, Velvet Oud I just opened this, you guys. I just opened this. There is no package date on this one, I don't think. Let me check. 10/2023. Okay, October. Is it 10? Okay, October 2023. I can barely see it. It is on here. I just opened this and my God. This is not a joke. This is not for the faint of heart. If you enjoy leather and oud, like bombs, you will enjoy this. Okay, let me smell ombre leather. I don't feel like ombre leather is this crazy strong. Okay, ombre leather. Ombre leather is, okay, first of all, it's a little lighter. That cardamom brightens it up quite a bit. But to be honest, actually, to be honest, guys. Okay, I will say that Velvet Oud is slightly harsher. It's slightly harsher, but ombre leather, okay, maybe I just forgot what it smells like, but I think the very initial spray, there's a little bit of a difference, but right away it settles into that really strong, soft leather, and it does smell a little bit smoky, which might be from the patchouli. You do have some different notes in there, but I think they're kind of, the effect that they're giving is very similar, the smokiness, so it's instead of from incense, it's from patchouli. It's giving the same effect on the nose. Velvet Oud, is this underrated? Is Velvet Oud like not a super well-known, I mean, surely it is. Like, obviously you guys suggested it to me, but Velvet Oud, my tits are blown. Tits blown off. I have no words. I'm speechless. I'm actually speechless. If you love scents like ombre leather, really strong, smooth leather fragrances, Velvet Oud, absolute powerhouse. You don't need much of this. Like, I sprayed a few sprays and I probably just blasted myself out of this room. I might have to leave. Thank you to whoever suggested that. I will find your comments and I will post them to this video. I am going to smell Fakhar Fakhar Rose by Lattafa. Now this one is often compared to L'Entrée. I don't have juice of L'Entrée, unfortunately. I do really enjoy L'Entrée. I thought I had some juice of it, but I don't. In Fakhar Rose, you've got a very sweet top. You've got fruits. You've got aldehydes. You've got lily. In the heart, you've got tuberose, which I think is kind of the star of this fragrance. You've got a very heavy tuberose, jasmine, gardenia, honeysuckle, Lang Lang, rose, peony, lots of florals in there with vanilla, musk, ambroxan, and sandalwood in the dry down. Let's just smell this one. Whoa, okay. Super bubblegummy tuberose. First of all, holy moly, that is so super sweet. That is bubblegum. That is straight up a bubblegum tuberose. This almost might be more bubblegummy than Toy 2 bubblegum. It's incredibly sweet. I don't remember L'Entrée being this incredibly dense and sweet, but again, it's been a while since I've smelled it. I love it. It's funny that it's called Fakhar Rose. Where's the rose? Okay, I do get a little bit of rose, but it's not nearly, this should be called Fakhar Tuberose. This smells like those zebra bubblegums, you know, where it comes like the wrapper is like a tattoo. This straight up smells like that. It is super, super sweet, dense, candy-like bubblegum tuberose. Holy moly. This is very sweet. I would say if you don't enjoy super sweet fragrances, you might want to avoid this one, but this is up my alley. If you like the heavy tuberose of L'Entrée, but you also enjoy super sweet fragrances, I think this one's a safe blind buy. But if you don't like tuberose and you don't like super sweet, I wouldn't bother with this one. If you can get a sample, maybe, and the more it dries down, the less sweet it gets, granted. It's the sweetness is dying down. I'm excited to continue to test this one. This also is in a decant, so this is not like this isn't like a fresh bottle or anything, so keep that in mind. If you whip open a brand new bottle, it might not smell like this. I think this juice will be a few months old, at least. I think I need to get a bottle of this. This could replace L'Entrée for me. This could scratch that L'Entrée itch, because I can't afford L'Entrée. This could scratch that itch for me. This is not a light, airy scent. This is very heavy and dense and thick. I do have another fragrance that I will smell. I do have a decant of Opulent Musk by Lattafa. Now, as you know, I am sensitive to musks, okay? I'm a musk sensitive goyle. This is heavy musk. You've got musk in the top and in the dry down. This is also compared to Baccarat Rouge. Is it really? Okay, apparently this is compared to BR540. It's got saffron and lemon. It's got jasmine. It's got resins and cedar in the base. Very much like BR540. Okay, let's smell this one. The musk does scare me a little bit, I won't lie. Okay, you know what? Okay, hang on. At first, I was like, oh, it's a really beautiful, light, fluffy amber, but there's something harsh in there. I don't know if it's the lemon. I think the lemon might be a bit harsh. Oh, no. Okay, I'm feeling the feeling. It's kind of screechy, actually. So when my mom sent this to me, she told me that she thought it was stinky. I don't know if I'd call it stinky, but it is a bit sharp. It's a bit harsh. And the more it dries down, that cedar does get stronger the more it dries down. It gets more balsamic, and those base notes get a lot stronger. I'm smelling the fir more strongly. But that lemon just hangs around, though, and is not pleasant. I don't know. Maybe it's not the lemon, maybe it's the saffron, but something in there is a little bit sharp for me. You know what? Someone says it smells like a dentist. Yeah. It does kind of smell medicinal. Yeah, you know what? It's not for me. The very initial spray, I got a really beautiful fluffy amber. It is changing a bit, so as it dries down, it's getting more leathery. I think that saffron's getting a bit stronger, but it's just, there's something that's a bit sharp. It is medicinal. It is coming across more medicinal. It says it's for women. I find that surprising. I don't know. I would say could be more unisex. Oh no, it just gets worse. No. I don't know if it is the musk. I think if you are sensitive to musk, avoid this one. I don't know if it is the musk that's screechy, if it's one of the balsamic notes in there, or the saffron is just, the more it dries down, it's getting more leathery and sharp. And maybe it's the saffron in there that's just coming across not good. I think my nose has been thoroughly blasted. Obviously, like always, I will continue to test these fragrances and give you guys more thorough thoughts on how they wear on the skin and throughout the day, longevity, how they are aging and maturing after they've, well, especially with these new bottles that have been opened. So if you're interested in those updates, definitely subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and you'll see me in the next one.